on yourself.
Yeah.
There's something that a quote that I came up with that I think is really beautiful. You guys have seen pictures where they have sent man to the moon, haven't you?
Mm-hmm.
You've seen pictures of the little rovers that have landed on Mars and sends us pictures back from Mars as to what Mars looks like. Have you guys seen that?
Mm-hmm.
Man has done some amazing things, have we not?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we can take a bag of popcorn, stick it in the microwave, and in a minute and a half, we got popcorn. Man has done some amazing things. The beautiful part about it is anything that is humanly possible, you being human can possibly do it. Anything that is humanly possible, you being human can possibly do it. Refuse to be a slave. And in order for you to refuse to be a slave, you've got to find yourself a mentor or somebody that is already doing those things that you want to do. I challenge you to not be a slave to other people's opinion of you.
I heard that.
Other people's opinions of you are going to change every day.
Every day.
The hardest thing in this life to be, great ones, is to be yourself. I was reading on my Twitter account the other day. I follow Soldier, what is his name? Soldier Boy. And Soldier Boy, no, I'm sorry, it was Chameleon.
Chameleon.
Chameleon. I got that right that time. Chameleon said that you might as well be yourself because everybody else is already taken you. And in being yourself, I challenge you to bring out the best that lies within you. I do not care what other people say is possible for your life. It is all a matter of what you believe is possible for your life. Great ones, when I tell you that I've got every excuse in the book to not succeed. I mean, I grew up not knowing who my biological father was. I grew up right up the street from the projects. My mother had 4 children, and she was a public school teacher, so she ain't make no money. Every reason there was to not succeed, I had them. But I still went on to get my college education. Made a big mistake after I got my college education. Landed my butt in the penitentiary. But did I let that stop me? No. I could have used that as an excuse and said, oh, I got 4 children and I got a felony on my record and my old man locked up. I'm going to get me a welfare check, some food stamps, and a project, and I'm going to call it quits. But because I know that anything that is humanly possible, me being human, I can possibly do it. Instead, I laid out what I wanted for my life. I laid out my dreams. You're not going to always make the best choices, great ones. But what you can do is know that as long as you got life, you got an opportunity. As long as you got life, you got an opportunity. I woke up, I got out of prison, and 4 months after getting out of prison, I created my own television show because that's what I wanted. After doing my TV show for a year, guess what I said? I want to speak. I want to talk to people across the nation. When I told my mother what I wanted to do, you know what she said? It was some adjectives that I really can't describe up in here, but she was telling like, no, I don't think so. Somebody gonna pay you to hear what you got to say? I said, yeah, I think they'll pay me some good money. I started off while I was in the halfway house. The first speech I got $50 for. The second speech I got $150 for. The next speech I got $500 for. I said, well, I like these $500 checks, but can I get a little more? What about a $1,500 check? Can somebody pay me $1,500 to hear what I got to say? Guess what I got, great ones? $1,500. I said, oh,
I know that's right.
$1,500 checks.
I know that's right.
No national name recognition, just something that I believe I could have for myself, because anything that is humanly possible, me being human, I can possibly do it. I said, what about them $2,500 checks? Can I get a $2,500 check? What you think they said, great ones? They said, speak, Fox Rich. I said, I like them $2,500 checks. But what about $3,400? Can Fox Rich get $3,400 for a 30-minute speech? What you think they said? They said, speak, Fox Rich. I said, ooh, Lord, I like them $3,400 checks.
I heard that.
But what about 5 G's? Can a sister get 5 G's? What you think they said? On multiple occasions, without any national name recognition, before I wrote the book, I have been paid $5,000 for a 30-minute speech. Don't you tell me what is possible for your life when you believe. If I could challenge you to do anything, great ones, it would be to live your life to the fullest. God has planted you, maybe not in the best position in your own household, but certainly in the world, you have the greatest opportunity to make something out of your life. Set goals for yourself. And then above all, my last thought to you this evening is that you got to give back. You got to help other people. I know for a fact that God spared my life in this whole situation. I was no less guilty than the people I got in trouble with. I was no less guilty than the people I got in trouble with. God genuinely gave me another chance and another opportunity. With that opportunity, I know that I am responsible, because they say to whom much is given.
Much is required.
Much is required.
They don't know.
It's my responsibility to give back to the community. I say to the community members in here, your presence here today means everything. It means that you are concerned about the children in DeRidder, Louisiana.
Amen.
You could have been at work, you could have been at home, you could have been on your job, but instead you decided to come and share with these students. These are all our children, and we've got to begin to see them as all our children. I made a decision that I wanted to send children from incarcerated families to college. I set a goal. My husband came up with an idea that we could run to raise money to send children from incarcerated families to college. I said, run, that's pretty cool, but I ain't never ran more than 5 miles. He says, yeah, but you could train for it. Easy for him to say, huh? In September, after we made the decision to run like people run for cancer or leukemia, to run for kids at risk, I started training at the 1st of October. In November, I ran my first half marathon, 13.1 miles. This past Sunday, since then I've upped my game. I want to be impressive. I want to do more. I want to use this life that God has given me for the benefit of those around me. So I decided this year I'm going to run 7 marathons. One for each time that a child of an incarcerated parent is more likely to go to prison. This past Sunday down in New Orleans, I'm glad to say that we ran 26.2 miles. Don't tell me what you cannot do when you set your mind to it. Educate yourself so that you can no longer be a slave. Repeat these words after me, Foxx Rich.
Foxx Rich.
We must be free.
Be free.
Oh, y'all gotta say it like y'all mean it. DeRidder Dragons, Foxx Rich.
Foxx Rich.
We must be free. Stay free, great ones. Thank y'all so much.